Halftime, Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mustangs will put total leather and we'll get started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Verrier. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early in offense.
The back goes in motion. He wants to throw. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, SMU.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting set for the point after. Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point.
That keeps the score. SMU 6. Arkansas State 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Wolves. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Comes out throwing on first down. The short hands. It's Verrier. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, what a rough start for this quarterback. Already throwing one interception, throwing another ball in harm's way. They got to find a way to settle him down a little bit, maybe give him some easier throws because his decision-making so far has not been good.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Puck, deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. On the option. He'll toss it. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together. And
reels it in down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the Red Wolves want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Makes the catch and knocked down. No huddle here for the offense. Power football with the run. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Verrier. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Run for 6.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Red Wolves trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Arkansas State. Number 2 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He gets it oh so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And the Red Wolves will keep this drive going. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, SMU. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down one possession. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The Red Wolves will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. To the 10. And some room to work. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Red Wolves will hustle to the line. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. They'll try to sneak it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, but I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll throw it on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Line getting set on second down. The play action fake. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack that.
And the Mustangs want to move quickly.
Good enough for first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 25. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to UAB. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 1st down for this offense. The run to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a...
He's going for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
35, SMU 27.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards on the play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's back to throw on second down. Time to take a shot. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. Running inside the 20. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
42, SMU, 27.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Number 10, set to advance on the football.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Brings up second down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Makes the grab over the middle. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense.
Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, SMU.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. He's going to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that. It runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels,
Afterburners coming. The 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Good timing on the quick out.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Nice move to stay on his feet. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
no doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
Ready to try the point after. And it's perfect. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to the Sharks.
And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Red Wolves. They'll try to add another to their lead. How in the world did he miss that? They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Here he comes with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's looking to throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Quarterback keeps it. And the Mustangs get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made it.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move.
And the pass is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Quick completion on the out route.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He wants to take the top off. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Going up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hartman. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Red Wolves are on the move.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field, but if nothing's open, boom. I take it and easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. They want to throw it. Coming after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry up.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Touchdown, SMU! They move on top here in the 4th.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 17 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Tempo in overdrive.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hartman. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lets it fly. Brings it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Looking to go up top on first down. And they got him for the sack. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
And how about the answer from this defense? You give up a huge play. What do? Bounce right back, rush the quarterback, put pressure on him, and get the enormous sack.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. The throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. At midfield, he's got room. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Arkansas State. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both.